Last week, my wife and I voted in the Canadian election. The whole process was smooth, organized, and honestly, super quick. But one thing really stood out. At the voting booth, the only thing available to mark the ballot was a pencil. No pens, no markers, just a plain old school pencil. I will be honest, it felt a little strange at first. We usually think of pens as more permanent, right? Pencils can be erased. That's what comes to mind. But once I looked into a bit more, the story behind it really surprised me. And it completely changed how I think about trust, systems, and leadership. Turns out Canada has been using pencils to vote for last 150 years. In every federal election, more than 20,000 polling stations use tens of thousands of pencils. But here is what interesting. They don't throw away after one use. Pencils can last for years if they are stored properly. They don't dry like pens. They don't leak. And in country like Canada, they don't freeze in cold weather. They just work again and again. So why does Canada still use pencils and not pens? Because ballots here are hand counted, not scanned by machines. That means real people count them, not computers. So it's not about making a mark that lasts forever. It's about making sure any tampering is easy to catch. If someone tries to erase a pencil mark, it usually leaves a smudge or a scratch. It's almost impossible to catch a vote without it being obvious. And that's the point. Security does not come from tool, it comes from the systems and the people using it. Canada is not the only country that does this. The UK, Australia, and others use pencil too. Why? For the same reason: simplicity, visibility, and trust. But other countries do it differently. For example, US, Germany, Japan mostly use pens or markers. That's because their ballots are scanned by machines and ink works better for them. Then you got some unique cases like New Zealand. New Zealand hand counts ballot but uses pens. For them, it's about long-term storage. Germany. Even in hand count areas, they still use pens, mostly because of historical caution. And that's when it really hit me. This pencil, it's not just about voting. It's actually a lesson in leadership and systems thinking. In business, we chose the newest app, dashboard, and automation tools. But real question is, are we building trust or just adding layers of complexity? Sometimes the smallest systems are not the ones with the most tech. They are the ones that are simple, transparent, and easy to verify. And that's where the real trust comes from. So the next time you are designing a system, leading a team, or managing change, ask yourself, are we making it cleaner or just more complicated? Because these pencils remind me, simplicity is not outdated, it's timeless, and it still gets the job done. Sometimes the oldest tools are still the ones we can trust the most.